The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
This is gonna be unique. Let's just put it that way. I'm excited.
Introducing first, from the other side of the track, weighing in at 198 pounds, Nickie Valentino.
Nickie Valentino, old school muscle, and kind of a goofball. He's been telling me how nimble he's been training to get into shape for this matchup because he is facing, it's kind of a Prime Wrestling alumni match here, honestly, because these two are maybe the most eclectic personalities of the final couple of years of Prime. Hey, I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Seen Bryan Castle over the years, have a lot of unique tag team partners. Once teamed with a guy in Prime Wrestling who he thought was Batman, but was really just a guy named Dan Arkham. But Bryan Castle is here in PCW tonight to make a statement and re-energize his Cleveland career, much as we saw Omega Aaron Draven attempt to just a moment ago. Castle, great to see him here with all his friends again. Hey, how you doing, buddy? He's waving at us.
Well, I'm not waving back. There's no place for hugging in wrestling. Nobody wants to see that. I know that's kind of the flavor of the day, if you will, with hugging and high fives and people waving as they go by.
Give him like an air high five, Ben.
I'm not giving him
right now, right there.
No, I'm not doing it. I'll give old school muscle Nickie Valentino a high five. We'll do the double high five. And I'll have you know, you mentioned earlier about some of his training. His calisthenics, he told me, is at 10. And that's impressive.
Out of how many?
A certain number, that's for sure.
Valentino is protesting this matchup. He just called Castle a bear.
Well, he is a bear. Apparently a very huggable bear.
Apparently Valentino has hurt himself getting in the ring. He needs checked, he needs inspected, we need to call the medical staff in.
Well, is there a podiatrist in the house?
He pulled a hammy, I think. Podiatrist?
Yeah, they save lives and feet. Multiple feet, actually. Although I don't think they work the hamstring. I think it's a little bit too high up.
I think it's going to be an incredible feat if Nickie Valentino can succeed in this matchup against Bryan Castle. Castle has not been seen in Cleveland, to my knowledge, since our last Prime Wrestling event. That's Resolution 6 in October 2013. So 3.5 years since Castle's been to Cleveland. Great to see him.
Now, why don't people show the same respect?
Hey!
You don't show the same respect for Nickie Valentino either that they show for Bryan Castle. I'm sure people want to hug Nickie Valentino. He just doesn't want to near him.
Not even you waved at Valentino when he did that.
Well, I gave him a wave, internally.
You gave him an internal wave. Okay, moving on. Castle. There's an external shoulder block by Bryan Castle, world's most huggable wrestler. He has a mean streak as well, though. You don't want to underestimate him.
See, I just put one finger in the air for...
Hey! Valentino doesn't like friendly people.
Nickie Valentino is the friendliest person that I have ever met. There have been handshakes and double high fives and single high fives and triple high fives. There's fives going all over the place.
Oh, what will you crazy kids do next? Valentino attempting an Irish whip, and Castle puts the brakes on. Castle's about 350 pounds. Does Valentino think he's going to just maneuver Castle around like he's half the size he actually is? Nice back body drop by Castle and a deep scoop and a hard slam.
Nickie Valentino can lift all kind of weights, Joe.
All right, well, there's some weight coming down on him. Castle plants the leg, stacks him up, gets 2.
An old school muscle Nickie Valentino, also with the 1980s Miami Vice Don Johnson tights. Very, very fashionable.
I don't remember Don Johnson wearing tights. Atomic drop. That's, you're not going to need a podiatrist where that affected him.
Well, I don't know if we have that doctor in the house.
Valentino may go to look. He's deposited to the outside. Will you just wave to Castle once, please?
No. I'll wave something to him, but it's not going to be a hand. It's going to be a finger.
Castle went to reach for Valentino. Valentino was able to drape the left arm of Castle on that top ring rope. And you could speak, you've been in the ring many times, about how tightly enforced those ropes are. They snap back onto you, and there you see a second time. That can do a lot of damage, whiplash-like effect, and certainly it's a steel cable inside that rope. There's nothing there that feels good.
Well, absolutely. A solid object, you catch it on the way down. It doesn't have that snapback, but that rope, just a small smattering of your arm against that rope can break it, can pull a muscle, can discombobulate. Well, that can discombobulate your arm as well.
Valentino just trying to wrench the arm out of its socket. This is a long day at work here. Rolling over Castle. Could get him here now. Castle showing some fight. Some people look past Castle because he's maybe a little childlike and a little wide-eyed, and he likes to eat candy and high-five people and watch cartoons and that type of thing. But I hope Valentino realizes how dangerous Castle is. Valentino's found out the hard way.
So what you're saying is Castle's a 6-year-old. Does he like the color as well?
What's wrong with keeping your youthful enthusiasm through your life?
There's no place for that in professional wrestling. And there's going to be no place for his left arm when Nickie Valentino's done with it.
Maybe so. Valentino rolls over Castle 2-0. Valentino unsuccessful against Sonny Vice a month ago, and Valentino then claimed, as we see another near fall, that Wardlow would be very upset once he found out that Sonny Vice had bested Valentino. Wardlow and Sonny Vice still a collision we are anticipating as the future progresses, but you can see the distance between Castle and Castle's own arm. That's certainly a precarious predicament.
Because not only is Nickie Valentino old school muscle, but he is also an expert in the martial arts. He's an expert in submission. He's an expert in all kind of grappling arts and sumo as well. Did a stint in, I believe, Japan as sumo master Nickie.
Well, wait a second. Valentino has the lucky headband of Bryan Castle. No.
There's your lucky headband.
That's not wise. Valentino feels embarrassed by Castle in this matchup and tried to reciprocate, but you don't mess with a man's lucky headband, BC Steel.
That's because the big dummy's confused. He doesn't know what's... okay, Nickie might want to turn around. Nickie might want...
That has always been the cardinal no-no when you're messing with Bryan Castle, because that awakens something inside him that is usually lying dormant.
Well, that might not have... In retrospect, that might not have been the best move. From Nickie Valentino. Castle seems quite angry at this point.
Oh, man, low clothesline by Castle. Sliding style, got an air fall.
And that's a lot of weight that Nickie Valentino had to get up off of him. He's not only expelling energy, but expelling his wind, expelling everything that he has right now. And there you go.
Oh, back to the arm, that weak point that Valentino created earlier. Oh, man. Again, try to maneuver Castle when Castle did not want to be maneuvered. Oh! Splash in the corner, second time. And Castle, Samoan drop, nicely done. Valentino could be done for here. Oh, near fall. That was close.
Well, I think the turning point in this matchup might have been the as you called it, the lucky band. How is it lucky? How is a bandana lucky?
You never had something lucky when you were younger, or maybe even now, just like a good luck charm, lucky tie, lucky socks? Superstitions. Rabbit's foot.
My good luck charm is in the mirror every time I look at it. That's what my luck charm is.
Well, Valentino with modified Fujiwara armbar. Look at this torque on the arm and shoulder, trying to dislocate, pop that arm out of the socket. Castle might tap out here.
It's what I said earlier. Submission expert. What are the fans that please don't tap?
Well, they like Bryan Castle. Can you relate to that? A large group of people liking you? It happens.
Well, I know a large group of people like me. Everybody that meets me likes me, but they're just causing more further injury to Bryan Castle.
Well, Valentino may be getting desperate now, scaling the ropes.
Uh-oh. Well, this might be his patented off-the-top rope arm wringer that we've seen.
Oh, Castle! Tripping up Valentino.
I don't think that's quite what Valentino was going for.
Not at all. Ooh. Valentino attempts a counter. Couple of kicks to the arm and shoulder. He's softened up. Hard slap connects. And Valentino now the victim. Backpack stunner. Bryan Castle. See ya, bye, Valentino.
Here is your winner, Bryan Castle.
Yep. Go ahead, Joe. Tell him how your pal there just defeated Nickie Valentino. Wave to him. Maybe give him the high five. You got that idiot back there standing up.
Hey!
Shut up.
High fives for everybody. Bryan Castle, long overdue return to the Cleveland market and picks up a victory over Nickie Valentino. This is a matchup that a lot of insiders were curious to see for a long time in the Prime Wrestling days. It's because of their diverse personalities. Bryan Castle victorious. Valentino has no clue what just happened.
Well, he's arguing with Dave Potato right now about his fast count. Oh.
Bye, Bryan. Thanks for coming.
I don't know what's more bothersome, him or the uppercut and drop kick guys.
Speaking of, stay tuned. More action coming.